Good afternoon, doctor. Today, let's do a business tip. I like to think about business tips every once in a while because we're all running a business in our practices. And so today's business tip that I want to talk about is, let's talk about your team. In dentistry, we have to work with a team. It's real nice for people who are in professions where they need one secretary or one person to answer the phone, and that's about it. But we don't have that. We have chosen a profession where we work with a team and we work with people. And so what I want to talk about today with you is your team and what they need. Let's start with the fact that your team needs love as much as do your patients, does your family, do you, and do even your suppliers and your lenders. So let's start with the team today. The team needs your love. Now, careful here. That does not mean that you're going to be the indulgent parent. Parents love their children by saying no. Parents love their children by setting limits, by setting up systems, by helping the child learn to stay within those limits and systems. And as a business owner, as the leader of the team, you must do the same thing for your team. So that doesn't mean that you need to take them to every meeting. It doesn't mean you need to take them to any meetings. It doesn't mean you need to give them any gifts or any bonuses. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about loving them because they and you are sharing a shared vision. It's your vision because you're the leader. You're the one who determines what the vision will be for the practice, for your business. And then you must go find team members who can get on board with that vision because they understand it, because it speaks to them, because it works for them. So the first thing that we're talking about here, since you're dealing with adults and not children, as in parenting, is that you're dealing with people who have an ability to enjoy and work within your vision. If they don't, if it doesn't speak to them, you got the wrong people. So the first thing that you have to think about is, can you love the people you have because they're on board with your vision? You see, if they're not, then you got the wrong people again. So now the first thing we've talked about here in our little business tip is loving your team because you all share the vision for this business, for this practice, for your patients, for what's going on, for yourself, each of you. So that's number one. If you have your shared vision on board and you have a team that can do that, that likes it, that loves it, that adores what's going on, that's thrilled to come in and work within that vision, within those goals, and helping people the way you decide to do, then the next thing you have to do is think about now, how do you indeed love your team? And there are 2 or 3 little things I'm going to throw out to you here and let you think about that and how it might affect you and your practice. Number 1, when you love your team, you expect the best from them. You must expect the best. You must expect the best from your whole team and self and business. Number 2, you don't mess with your team's money. Your staff are very dependent on their salaries. They may share your vision, but they're there working with you because they need to make a living, just like you do. You're not going to give your living to your staff. You're going to pay them fairly and appropriately, but don't mess with it. Be on time with their salaries. Be very efficient with all of that. Be sure that they have that money when they need it. It is not necessary or helpful to give extra money, to loan them money, to get involved with any of that. Just pay them their salary and don't mess with it. Honestly, respect what they need in the money. So, number 1, you expect the best. Number 2, You take care of their money by paying them on time, appropriately, what you said you will do. And number 3, when you're working with your team, keep on telling them how grateful you are for them. If you are not, you've got the wrong team. We keep coming back to that. If you are indeed working with a great team, keep telling them how much you appreciate them, how grateful you are, what a good job they're doing. Because besides money, quite frankly, that is probably more important and very important to them. So that gives you some tips today. Those are your little business ideas. Think about your practice, think about your team, and make it a wonderful relationship using some of these ideas. Good day.